news at 5. It is your Fat Tuesday. It is slowly creeping to an end. The sad thing about today, but it's not over just yet. I'm Shelby Myers holding things down for you in the Fox 10 studios today as our crews have been across the Gulf Coast, both sides of the bay, as people are reveling and celebrating this Fat Tuesday. We want to check back in with our crew who's at the Mobile Chamber of Commerce. You've got Lanice out there, Cameron, Jason. You guys were chowing down on some delicious snacks. You've caught a few cool things. You're having all the fun. I'm not going to lie, I'm jealous. But you guys, it's been such a wonderful day.
It has been a great day, Shelby, and we certainly miss you. We've spoken about you several times during this live coverage. Jason has been doing a lot of the eating. In fact, he's still catching moon pies.
Right. I mean, the Mamga floats are coming back by.
Yes.
So we talked about this earlier. It's 5 miles of fun. It's 10 miles of fun for us because they come back across. And they're rolling right now. We've got the mollies coming up through here. Just had that float. So here comes Mamga Remembers here. And they are rocking out. They're still got plenty of stuff to hand out and throw.
They've got a lot of throws, and they have been very generous. And what I love is everyone is like bobbing along to whatever music that they play. Just a few seconds ago when you saw everyone saying in the YMCA, the hands were all up in the air.
Oh, yeah, everybody's rocking right now. You know, we actually had a couple of moon pie boxes almost hit us here on the stage. We hadn't had a lot of throws here, but now we do have a couple of things.
I know I had to keep one from knocking a light kid over just a minute ago, so they're still got plenty to throw and some really strong arms.
The issue is I was, I'll go ahead and say it. I was complaining about not catching any throws. So then I started waving, and you've got this flower that I've got here. It's pretty easy to see.
Right.
Then we started getting pelted. So I will stop doing that because one person actually got hit in the head for some honey buns that I was tossed. And I'm actually going to give these to our director, David Cole, because he loves a good honey bun, so I'm told. And one of our producers, too, Braden
likes honey buns.
Hey, well, mission complete. You got a couple boxes of those.
And I just got a box of chocolate moon pies. It's kind of a staple. So, Mardi Gras fun.
All right. We're having a good time. And, of course, the Mardi Gras coverage is well underway. We've had crews here throughout the day.
Yes, including our Brendan Kirby, who spent some time down here for Fat Tuesday. Let's take a look.
There's not much to complain about this Fat Tuesday. The weather is perfect, the crowds are friendly, the food is tasty. Whether you're here for the throws or the floats, you're sure to have a great time. Emily Tower hasn't lived in Mobile for 50 years, but she says it will always be home. Now living in Indianapolis, she says she tries to get back for Mardi Gras as often as possible.
They always get this spot here, right here on Franklin and Governor Street, and we do cooking and we party.
Greg and Joanne Hoffman originally are from Dallas, but now live in New Jersey. They've experienced New Orleans Mardi Gras, but this is their first introduction to Mobile's take on the holiday.
It's great. I've been to New Orleans probably half a dozen times, and this is a lot more friendly. Mardi Gras New Orleans gets crazy.
I love it. This is like a real good family event, and I love that it brings everybody out from the whole area and everybody gets really into it.
This year's Mardi Gras in Mobile was a little more inclusive thanks to SNAZY. That's an acronym, Special Needs Assistance Station for You. Dale Jackson, who lives in LaGrange, Georgia, says he started the organization because of his own special needs son. The organization got reserved parking close to the parade route and set up an adult changing station.
Needless to say, when you're trying to change your adult son's diaper, a porta-john is not your best friend. So we just help provide those services for families.
Jackson says he's provided a similar service at Auburn University football games and met lots of fans who told him it was needed in Mobile for Mardi Gras. He went to work with city officials.
They provided us literally with the best parking lot in all of downtown Mobile, and they provided us with the best street corner in all of Mobile. And so they've been very helpful in helping us set up.
Based on the homemade signs along the parade route, either a record number of babies were born on February 17th, or some people were fibbing. But Jocelyn Toth says that Tuesday really was her 14th birthday. She says she thinks the sign attracted extra throws.
I got a few stuffed animals and a bunch of necklaces and stuff, yeah.
What's your favorite thing to get?
Probably stuffed animals.
Well, that's not quite a wrap yet to the Mardi Gras season. The Order of Myths still have to roll. The oldest parading society in Mobile will close out the carnival season. Reporting from Mobile, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.
All right, and we continue to see the Manga parade as they make their way back down. You know, they take this route once, and then they have to take it back in order to finish the loop.
And they're still rocking.
Yeah.
It's still a great parade. This is our second time through, and there's still a great crowd, too. And this may be one of the busiest Mardi Gras we've seen. I mean, the weather's perfect, and everybody's soaking it all in.
Yeah, the party's still going strong. Definitely 100,000 plus, I would say. We'll have to wait on those official numbers, but yeah, a lot of people here today. You know, the Order of Athena, they got the party started this morning, right?
They did. It was one of the first parades that we had, and our Natalie Williamson getting an opportunity to take a ride with these mystic ladies as she tells us the story now.
The day the Order of Athena has been looking forward to is finally here. Months of preparation all coming to fruition as these ladies kick off that Tuesday. This year's queen is Debbie. She tells me she put a lot of thought into their theme and even made it personal.
The inspiration for this year's theme is a homage to my dad. He always called his daughters and his granddaughters his bad girls. And when I moved here from South Florida, he was like, oh, you got to go to the Boom Boom, you got to go to Mardi Gras. So he always encouraged us to go to Mardi Gras. The theme Bad Girl was used about 5 years prior, so I turned it into Wicked Women. So it's a theme that goes to the movies featuring wicked women.
But it's more than just thinking of a theme.
I got with a float builder, designed my floats, told her what I wanted, what my vision was. Took her almost all year to create those floats with me. They actually finished sometime in January.
After a long year of planning, early Tuesday morning, members made sure to fuel up at Penton's to prepare for a parade of fun, throws, and more. First Vice and upcoming Queen Teresa tells me seeing the crowd's reaction makes it all worth it.
You know, we worked so hard through the year with events and fundraisers. It takes so much to put it on the streets, and people have no idea what it takes unless you're in an organization.
And now, this mystic organization is already preparing for Fat Tuesday 2027. In Mobile, Natalie Williamson, Fox 10 News.
Those faces there say it all, and now you're getting a chance to see the Moss Point Tiger Band once more.
Yes, the Mamgo Parade's still going on. They are on their way back, so we saw them go 5 miles forward. Now they're going 5 miles back.
And if you missed this on Fox 10 News at 4 p.m., you're getting it now on Fox 10 News at 5 p.m. as the Mamgo Parade's coming through. We've got the Circle K float coming through now and highlighting all their offerings. And, of course, they're throwing out beads and moon pies as well.
I still see some big boxes. Look at this guy. We've got the camera on it right now, and they're still throwing heavily out there. Let's see if we can get a look at some of the throws that they are tossing here today. Of course, we still have one more parade after this one. That'll be the Order of Myths, and that will be the end for the Mardi Gras season until next year.
Yeah, the Double OMs roll at 6, and so a lot of folks are going to stay down for that final parade. They've made a day of it. They brought their families down here. They've got everything they need as far as food, plus everything they've been catching as far as food. So lots going on down here in downtown Mobile, and the fun will continue.
Yes, the fun will continue, and so will the throws. These parades, they are not in a shortage of throws at all. We see more beads. We've got the band playing right now. I think this is Chickasaw. Yeah.
I always love seeing the routines that these guys put together, and I was asking earlier if they ever get nervous. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Either way, you can't tell because they are walking through with such pride and precision. Speaking of precision, this forecast has really been great, Jason.
It worked out. Yesterday was a disappointment. We had clouds and a temperature only around 60 degrees. Today we hit 70. It's a little cooler now, though.
It is a little cooler, and I was smart enough to bring
there you go.
a little sweater, a little scarf here with me. We're going to get more on the forecast, not from you, because you've got to make sure you keep an eye out for all the throws.
That's right. I've got to protect you and Cameron from these boxes of moon pies.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, we're going to toss it back, though, to Shelby because Hannah is in studio with her, and they will give you the deets on this forecast.
So fun out there. Jason kind of gets the day off, right? He's not telling the forecast. That's what Hannah's here to do, but this is a live look outside over downtown Mobile at Mardi Gras Park. You're getting a bird's eye view of everything going on down there, and you can see all the people on the street and walking around. It's just an active day for your Fat Tuesday. More parades, or one more happening tonight on this Mardi Gras. Let's check in now with our meteorologist, Hannah Fink. And Hannah, the weather has been great today, and hopefully that continues into tonight.
It is, Shelby, and like Lanice mentioned, it's going to be a little bit on the cooler side. We have a breeze out there that's kind of contributing to that cooler feel and a little bit of cloud coverage as well, but looking great out there. A little bit on the cloudier side this evening. The sun has been in and out basically throughout the entirety of the day. The parades are still rolling. Amazing for our Fat Tuesday overall. Current conditions across the area, no rain in sight. We just have those upper level clouds providing us a little bit of that mostly cloudy feel, but temperatures right now, we're in the upper 60s, 67 in Evergreen and 67 in Mobile. Across the area, we're all basically in the upper 60s. Downtown, we're 65 degrees, 64 over in Fairhope, 67 in Evergreen, like I mentioned, then 62 over in Pensacola. Dew points, not really humid out there, so it's feeling great. Don't really feel that much of the humidity. We're going to continue to have that south-southeasterly wind, though, as we go on throughout the day, so it's bringing a little bit of that Gulf moisture, so we could have fog as an issue tonight as well. Wind gusts, as you can see, a little breezy out there, 15-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Bay Minette. We were at 23 here in Mobile earlier, and then 18 over in Grove Hill. Over the next 5 hours, temperatures will slowly go down to the lower 60s by 8 p.m., but still good parade weather as we finish out our Fat Tuesday, but might want to have a light jacket like Lanice just showed us, because our parade forecast, we do have a little bit of a breeze out there, mostly cloudy skies, and the order of mist will take on Route C at 6:30 p.m., 63 degrees by that time. Then tomorrow morning, 60 degrees here in Mobile, then 60 in Gulf Shores, as well as Pensacola, 67 in Calvert, and another warm day ahead for the Gulf Coast as we get back into our normal routine. Don't go anywhere. We'll have more Fat Tuesday coverage coming up in just a bit.
Are they dangling a TV?
There is a television on that float.
Oh, yeah, I can see it up top.
Not ready to throw it just yet, it seems.
They throw all kinds of things, and of course, we are back on TV ourselves as the Mambago Parade
Here
is
it
getting
goes.
There's the
Randy,
TV.
you got that shot of the TV? He's getting ready
He's
to throw.
teasing him with it. Oh, there it goes.
Look at this.
Oh, no, it's a
I
scrub.
told you, I have seen this before.
We've been waiting for that moment, and there it was.
Who got it?
I don't know. It's jump ball.
It's a
It's
for
a jump
TV?
ball.
Oh my, okay.
Well, we may have a little news situation going on here.
They're still going over it, eh?
Yeah, I think this is real.
Okay, well, we're going to move on.
So we're watching the Mamga Parade roll it on, and we've got a disagreement over who just got a 32-inch TV.
Sometimes you just got to let it go. Sometimes you got to say, I'm let you have this one. I'll let you have it. Nice TV, though. I'm glad they were able to catch it. And look at the float. They're still sticking
Hey,
around.
eventually somebody's going to claim it, and the floats, we've stopped for just a minute here, it looks like.
Yeah. Oh, now you got police over there.
Yep, the police are involved.
They'll make that decision very quickly.
Yeah, it's under control.
Yes.
Okay,
So
looks like problem solved now.
yes, this is something. But this is what I was talking about earlier. People get excited over these throws. And I'm just waiting to see the woman who actually walked away with the TV.
Let's see. There it is.
There she is.
Got it tucked in. There she goes. She, you know.
And that's who I thought initially got it anyhow. She had it first, it looked like.
All right. Yeah, live television. A lot of excitement here on this Fat Tuesday as a woman just caught a 32-inch television, and she had to fight for it.
Yeah, and I don't think she's going to be on the disabled list or anything. It looks like she's getting along just fine now after that hit. I mean, that was a fight.
Yeah, and what do you say after that?
I don't know.
We have been having all kinds of fun here, enjoying the Mammoth Mamga Parade. I am waving my arms here, seeing if we can get some of those last-minute throws as they make their way back down.
We've had
People
a couple
are
of
catching
throws.
all kinds of stuff.
We've had a couple make it this way, a few moon pies and honey buns, some people giving some of their throws. That's really nice.
I think it's funny, though, Jason, because it was just, what was that, Thursday? We were telling one of our promotions
about the
producers
TV.
about, yes, and he says, I've never seen that. And I said, oh, you'll see it in the Mamga Parade.
Now they have.
Yeah. Right, and they're still throwing whole boxes of things. And this is like the tail end of the parade, and they're still going strong.
You would think they ran out of all their throws, but clearly that is not the case.
They come prepared. They don't run out here. I feel like they actually throw more towards the end. That's when you really start to get some
and the better stuff, clearly.
Oh, and here we have one of our bands putting on another performance here this show. You know, they put in a lot of time. I can tell you, my son was in the band, and it was some hours practicing.
Yeah, all these performances have been flawless today, and the confidence, too.
Well, as we mentioned, we have been giving you this Fat Tuesday coverage all day, and from both sides of the bay as well. We had our Dacian Smith earlier in Orange Beach, checking out the parades there, getting all the sights and sounds.
That's right, and it was a packed parade. Take a look.
For locals and visitors, the Orange Beach Parade is a can't-miss way to close out this year's Mardi Gras season. Lots of parade goers showed up several hours early to get their spot along the route.
We had no idea it was going to be this intense, you know. People are out there. There's a ton of people out there already. We came down from this direction, and there's hundreds and hundreds of people along the road, and 100,000 chairs just waiting for the people to come back.
But the early start was well worth it. They said they had the perfect spot as the good times rolled down Perdido Beach Boulevard. Many say having the beach as a backdrop for the parade makes the celebration even more special.
What else can you ask for? A nice big Mardi Gras parade with lots of nice, friendly people on the beach.
There's nothing like it. I mean, you got the beach right there. And I mean, how cool is that? I mean, the waves crashing in and everything, and just the palm trees, the scenery is just absolutely amazing, and that's what makes this so different.
Parade goers watched as more than 80 entries, including marching bands, fire trucks, and floats, made their way down the 2-mile route. Everyone had their eyes to the sky, hoping to catch their favorite throws.
More beads.
I like the moon pies.
Lots of people said they were impressed by the costumes on the floats, with some getting in on the fun themselves.
The stunning overalls, I have my tie on, and I have my hat, but most importantly, I love my socks. Them's what I love the best.
But everyone agrees they love being able to celebrate in Orange Beach most of all.
We're here to have a good time and share this experience with everybody.
There's no barriers, which I like that. You can walk closer to the floats. You can get closer to the people as they're walking down the street. And I think this brings our community together.
Dacian Smith, Fox 10 News.
All right. Well, and as you can see there from Baldwin County, it was a great time for everyone in Orange Beach.
Yeah, it was a great day down at the beach. We were seeing some of that coverage as it was coming down there live on our coverage around 3 or 4 o'clock, and now everything's starting to settle down at the beach, but it's not settling down in Mobile.
Yeah, I was going to say, it is getting more hype because you've got the Cleopatra float coming back again with all the Auburn Tigers on it, it seems. Fans, I don't know if, I'll just say that they're huge fans because I can see all of their shirts. They all have on that Auburn University gear.
That's what it looks like. The Mammoth Parade's still going on. We've been covering this for a couple of hours now. And guys, there's still one more parade after this at 6.
Yeah, Emily Cochran just caught a whole box of oatmeal pies.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, and here comes
But I
more.
also got my eye on these Swiss rolls that she caught.
Yes,
she was
she got
pretty
those too.
excited about those, and she left them unattended, which is probably a bad thing. You know what I mean?
Hi,
Emily.
If you wanted to pick a parade to go to, I think this is the one to go to. I mean,
for
because
sure.
they throw the best stuff.
I mean,
They've
look
got
at this
the bands.
crowd. Look at the band. Yeah, everyone's, just having a great time. And other than, the fight for the TV, which was still friendly. It was just, kind of like a tug of war kind of situation.
Right.
We've not seen anyone
The police were there to make sure.
Yeah, well,
they
that
made the
helped.
final call.
That helped. We've not seen anyone get too out of hand. But it has definitely started to cool down. I broke out my scarf here. This is a wool scarf. It is like so thick. And I said I look like, a grandmother sitting up here with my scarf. There's nothing wrong with that because I'm warm. But yeah, the temperature has changed.
It has. It's getting a little cooler, and we've got one more parade to go here in downtown Mobile.
Feels pretty nice to me. It's got the quarter zip ready to go.
Let's go ahead and toss it back to the studio now because Hannah's got your update now on the floor.
Yes, a comfortable but cool evening is ahead across the Gulf Coast, and we're still tracking those well above average temperatures, feeling a little bit more like spring than it is February, but we are tracking our next rain chance that'll happen towards the end of this week. So for your evening planners, looking great out there, mostly cloudy skies, a little bit of breeze out there bringing that cooler feel, so you might want a light jacket. 63 degrees by 6 p.m., then lower 60s starting by 8 p.m. with cloudy skies. Great weather for your parade forecast. The order of mist will be taking on Route C at 6 p.m. Mostly cloudy skies. We have that wind out of the south-southeast at 8 miles per hour, so a little breezy out there, but it's a southerly wind, so it's not as dry and cool. Luckily, humidity levels are not that high either. We are tracking the possibility of fog, though. When we have that southeasterly wind, it brings in that Gulf moisture, and it's moving in from the south, moving into our inland area. So kind of like what we've been seeing the last couple of mornings, we could see that dense, patchy fog across the area. So if you have an early morning commute, do take that into just in case, especially there might be some unexpected delays, especially near the waterways. It could be a little bit denser. This looks to be lasting throughout the entirety of the early morning hours. Some areas getting to a half-mile visibility in our more northern areas. Near the coastline, not terrible, but just note there's probably going to be some fog either way. So for tonight's forecast, mostly cloudy and a bit breezy out there. South-southeasterly winds around 10 miles per hour. Luckily, no rain chance, but temperatures will be in the lower 60s. In your morning planner for tomorrow, cloudy skies, no rain in sight, lower 60s. As we get into about 8 a.m., we'll be in the mid-60s, 69 degrees by 10 a.m. And your forecast highs tomorrow, still well above average, usually about the mid-60s this time of year. We'll be at 76 degrees here in Mobile tomorrow, 74 in Gulf Shores, 73 in Navarre, 77 in Brewton, 76 in Monroeville, and 78 in Leakesville. Afternoon planner looking great out there, kind of like what we saw today, a little bit breezy, the sunshine poking through here and there. Temperatures will be in the mid-70s until we get to about 4 p.m. where we'll be in the lower 70s. And we are tracking our next rain chance. So we're going to have hit and miss showers, especially tomorrow night into Thursday ahead of our next front. Then a front passes through Friday into Saturday. Not terrible rain chances. They'll be scattered and then we'll dry out starting for our Sunday. But it does change our weather. We've been well above average, seeing some fog. We're actually going to cool down going into next week thanks to this front moving through. So you can see this front is going to bring in some showers for our Friday starting around noon. They're going to be light scattered showers across the area. Not seeing anything for a severe threat, and this is going to stay pretty consistent for our Saturday as well. And we could see some heavier downpours in the early morning hours as this front is making its way over our area. And then we're going to see this till about the evening hours. Then we'll start to dry out into our Sunday, and then cooler temperatures are on the way. So we'll be in the 80s. Yes, possibly 80 degrees Thursday, Friday, as well as Saturday. Then once that front passes through Sunday, well below average. So we're well above average at this point, about 15, 20 degrees. Then we're going to be well below average by about 10 degrees, 60 for a high on Sunday, then upper 50s starting on Monday and Tuesday. So it's going to be a lot more cool compared to what this week has been. So our 7-day forecast, we're going to see some of those clouds over the next couple of days ahead of that front moving through, and warmer temperatures and a cooler feel on the way with cooler mornings as well.
While many people are spending Fat Tuesday along parade routes, catching beads and celebrating Mardi Gras, others are choosing to sit this one out. Some may not even have a choice. Let's check in on some of those who had to work today from our Jordan Lassiter.
While thousands packed the streets of downtown Mobile for Mardi Gras parades this Fat Tuesday, not everyone chose to join the celebration. At a busy shopping center miles away from the parade routes, some residents say they were intentionally sitting this one out. One couple I spoke with was running errands instead of catching beads. They told me they decided to skip the festivities this year because of safety concerns and large crowds.
Definitely, yeah, because I wanted to go, but then it was just too much going on, so we decided not to go do it this year.
All right, well, shopping's still fun. What are y'all shopping for?
Oh, he's making cakes for church.
Oh, nice.
So
That's sweet.
He's a baker, I'm just a cooker.
At a local craft store, another shopper was focused on printer ink instead of floats and marching bands. She was gathering supplies for her young daughter's school project. She told me she wished she could have made it to the parades, but had too many things to do.
We didn't go. I wish I could have went, but I'm too busy trying to run around. I got to print out for my daughter. She got to have a project due on the 24th, you know, Black History Month.
Yes.
And I'm trying to get her items right now.
And while some people are choosing not to participate, others don't have that option. Also not participating in Fat Tuesday are essential workers, including healthcare professionals, who keep the community running, holiday or not.
The hospital is a 24/7, 365 business operation, and so we know that these patients need to be cared for regardless of what day of the year it is.
While many people are celebrating, healthcare workers are caring for patients and responding to emergencies.
I think that our heart is in service to begin with, and so we take great pride in that. You know, it's hard for families to have a baby or a child in the hospital on a holiday too. So just trying to you know, make the most of that for them and to help provide memories.
Whether it's choosing quieter errands over crowded streets or clocking in for a shift at the hospital, Fat Tuesday looks different for everyone. Reporting in Mobile, Jordan Lassiter, Fox 10 News.
And for those of you who are working today or just couldn't make it, like the mother you saw in that story, we have you covered. We do this for you. We are streaming the Fox 10, the parades, I should say, on the Fox 10 Gulfstream app. You can download it on your Samsung, Apple, Roku, or Amazon TV. And of course, all that coverage is going to continue through tonight, through Fat Tuesday. And if you missed a parade from earlier today or throughout the whole Boom Boom season, you can go back and watch it right on the Gulfstream app. Well, don't go anywhere if you're tuned in right now, because the Boom Boom's not over yet. We've got more Fat Tuesday excitement live in downtown Mobile. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back after this.
Temps are dropping with wind chill values and freezing rain.
We're calling a storm tracker alert day. Gulf Coast winter. It can be a challenge, but you'll always know what's next. Days ahead with Fox 10 Storm Tracker weather. With a clear forecast streaming directly to you, any device, anytime. Stay connected. Stay safe with Fox 10 Storm Tracker weather.
Let's face it, cloud gutters can do damage to your overhang and trim, landscaping, flower beds, even your foundation. That's why folks choose Leaf Guard. Leaf Guard is the only seamless one-piece rainwater management system with a clog-free guarantee. And it's been lab tested to handle up to 32 inches of rainfall an hour. Why don't you call Leaf Guard right now for a free gutter inspection? Call us here in Mobile, inland to the coast, over to Pensacola, up to Bay Minette, to Lucedale. Call now for a free estimate. It's Leaf Guard's President's Day event. Receive $99 installation for a limited time on a complete Leaf Guard system. Ask about no interest and no payments for 18 months, senior military discounts. Let me keep your gutters clean forever. Call now, have a nice gift for you. Dinner for two, $100 value with your free in-home estimate. Call now for the President's Day event, 1-800-869-9620. Now, let me give you that number again, 1-800-869-9620.
From beachside balconies to city high-rises, every condo is unique, but one thing's the same.
You want to make the most of your space. That's why Rooms to Go designs pieces and packages that bring big style to any size home. Sectionals that fit just right, dining sets ready for any occasion, and outdoor furniture perfect for soaking up that Florida sun. Because with the right pieces, you can get the most out of every room. I'm Julianne Huff, and this is what's possible at Rooms to Go.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Truck Month only happens once a year.
So it's gotta be big.
Like available Pro Power on board big.
Protect it with the Ford Security Package big. Biggest deals of the year big.
There's only one Ford Truck Month.
Deal's so good, we need a bigger door big.
Oh, yeah.
And now get 0% APR for 60 months with 0 down and 0 payments for up to 90 days. Plus $1,000 Truck Month cash on select Ford vehicles.
Each day on the Fox 10 Gulfstream, we go in-depth, spotlighting an important story with more details and more angles.
In Depth with Sarah Wall, mornings at 9 on the Fox 10 Gulfstream.
Welcome back to Fox 10 as we continue our Fat Tuesday coverage. What you're looking at now, people, that would be the remnants of the MAMGA Mammoth Parade.
And everybody's sorting through their loot. We just saw Nicholas Herboso and Emily Cochran going through boxes and boxes and boxes of things to take back to the station, and I'm sure they're sharing because they have more they can handle.
They had so much stuff they could barely carry it all themselves. I mean, you took a picture of them. I mean, wow.
They definitely got loaded up on a lot of throws. And what happens is, when you're out here together for so much time, catching throws, you start to share. If one person got something, another person didn't, and vice versa, you share the throws. And that's what we saw here with Nicholas and Emily. Nicholas caught this huge bag of potato chips, and he was handing it out to people. And, so now he got loaded up with a lot of moon pies.
And that Red Lobster plushie, too. That went to somebody in the crowd too.
Yeah, the MAMGA Parade is always the one that throws the hardest and throws the most, and they'll go with whole boxes, cases of things. And so if you're looking to stock up, this was definitely the one to come to, and if you missed it, you'll have to come next year. Absolutely.
I want to take you back and show you some video of some of the parades that we got earlier, because this has been an all-day affair. Folly, of course, leading the Nights of Revelry, dancing on that silver goblet, pounding those pig bladders, Jason, as we were talking about, between the two crescent moons. That is part of the tradition.
Yeah, as we take a look at that, you've got the cow bladders there that are spray painted, I guess, with that metallic silver. And the theme of this year is "Oh Captain, My Captain," and we saw all different types of captains. We saw the captain of the boat in Jaws. We saw Captain Caveman. A little bit of everything.
That's right. They had 17 floats in this parade, which rolled on Route A. And KOR, they are the third oldest Mardi Gras parading group, founded in 1874.
And, of course, immediately following the KORs, you had King Felix III, that parade, joined by his queen and their courts. As you can see, some of those floats coming down, which included every member of Mobile Carnival Association's Royal Court, including the MCA Juvenile Court. 4 floats all on Route A in that parade.
Yep, and then you had the much-anticipated Comic Cowboys, which rolled through the streets of downtown Mobile without malice, of course.
Yeah, all kinds of good floats with the Comic Cowboys this year. And, we're not going to take a stance on any of these in particular, but they had some good ones this year, no doubt about it.
Definitely will give people something to talk about for sure. The Comic Cowboys, they've been around for a long time, right? Founded in 1884 by Dave Levi, a Mobile store owner who was also a stage actor and a comedian, hence some of the themes and sayings you might see on those floats. And every year they pick out the burliest guy to dress as Little Queen Eva, and that's what you were seeing earlier in this video. That is something new for me. I didn't know that.
Right. I normally just focused on the signs.
Same.
Right.
So I didn't know that there was a queen. But the wagons, then they pull those signs, and there's some humor with it too. And of course that goes along Route A.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, a lot of curiosity with those signs every year, and you got to look at what they had this year. So we've been talking about this one all afternoon. We had the MAMGA Mammoth Parade, which rolled earlier. I mean, it just wrapped up minutes ago, in fact, on Route B. So this year's parade theme was enriching tradition while paying tribute to MAMGA's history, and had 43 floats we saw on that. So dozens of floats, and they went back and forth, 10 miles total.
Always a good time.
Always.
I don't know what
some
else.
bands mixed in.
Man.
And you know, it's a crowd favorite.
Yes, and then you got to see the royal court, too, the king and queen on there. MAMGA founded in 1938, holding its first parade the year after, then the first coronation a year after that in 1940. And so we've been talking about tradition and the importance of, just carrying on that tradition with families coming out here, various generations, whether they're having cookouts or playing basketball. I saw some double dutching out there, that's jump roping.
Right.
Everyone from all walks of life just having a good time.
Yeah, and they're still down here. Some folks have started to filter out, but some folks are still here because we've got one more parade to go with the double OMs coming up at 6 o'clock.
That's right, and they will signal the end of this year for Fat Tuesday, and we were talking about next year, looking ahead, and I believe Fat Tuesday is much earlier. I think it's like February 6th.
Yeah, you thought this was an early Mardi Gras.
Yeah, it is still early.
Right.
But hopefully Christmas and Thanksgiving are early as well, or late. Just it all kind of mashed together.
Yeah, it's getting close, getting tight there. And but it's a good Mardi Gras this year. It started out a little bit cold, but things worked out pretty good weather-wise for this one.
All right. Well, we're going to take it back to the studio now. We've got the tow trucks coming out. I hate that for anyone. We talk about this all the time, about those yellow and purple signs, no parking. I didn't see a lot of cars in the impound lot, but that was early. Got the tow trucks out there now.
Yeah.
Good news is no trucks on those vehicles, so maybe no one's getting towed. I don't know.
Yeah, they're probably going to check that parade route for the double OMs. It's a little bit different route, so yeah, I got to clear it.
We want to toss things back in the studio with Shelby now.
All right, guys, as you guys are hanging out there, a little bit of a lull before that parade starts in just a few minutes. I want to show you something if you just can't get enough of Mardi Gras, or maybe you had to sit this one out today. We talked about it earlier. This is the Gulfstream app. It is on a Roku, but you can download it if you have an Apple TV, a Samsung, any kind of smart TV. We're going to show you kind of how it works. As you can see right here, this is the coverage you were just watching. It's a little bit of a delay, so you can watch our live newscast. If you missed a previous newscast, you can also go back and watch that as well, like you can see earlier newscast. And then if we come down here, you can of course get your forecast, which has been so important during Mardi Gras season. Everybody wants the sun to shine and not to be too cold, and we've had some great weather through Mardi Gras season. You can also check out Unwritten Legends. I'm going to click on that right here because there are some Mardi Gras themed ones in here. This Mystics of Time dragon was one of our most recently featured Unwritten Legends. Very, very cool about how the dragon got started, and just really so fun to watch. Also, you can go back and watch any parades by coming over here to the Fox 10 Mardi Gras Rewind. And I want to show you this especially. There's a menu over here. So you've got Mardi Gras News. Thousands celebrate Fat Tuesday at Orange Beach. That story just aired. Our Dacian Smith as well as our Hal Sherrick were on the Baldwin County side of things. That's their story. And you can also go back and see Mardi Gras Rewind from years previous. And then right here, past parades. If you want to check out some parades from Monday night, Joe Cain Day, and of course, today's parades will be up there shortly as well. So just a great tool if you want to go check out anything Mardi Gras related, or really anything Fox 10 related. We've got you covered on the Gulfstream app.
Here's a live look outside at Mardi Gras Park as our Fat Tuesday is continuing on. One more parade at 6 p.m., so that'll be rolling here in just a little bit. And I wanted to show you our free Fox 10 weather app. One of the great things about this app is that you have current conditions in the palm of your hand. So if you're curious, should I get my jacket on the way out? That'll help you out just to know how comfortable it is. You'll get your feels like temperature, humidity levels, temperatures, you name it. We also have specific forecast videos there for you as well if you're someone who likes comprehensive plan. And another great tool is we have this big button that says submit your pics and videos here. We want to see all of your Mardi Gras fun that you've had, so please use that. It's a quick and easy process, just takes 5 minutes. Then it'll be sent over to us and you can be featured on our 3 p.m. show where we have a story called Your Story. But here's a live look outside at downtown Mobile as the parades continue on. 65 degrees, a little bit of a breeze out there, 11 miles per hour. Dew points aren't that bad either. Temperatures across the area are in the mid to upper 60s, getting a little bit on the cooler end, especially since it's mostly cloudy out there. 67 in Mobile, 64 in Gulf Shores, and 65 in Monroeville. Those winds are not helping us out all that much either because, you know, we have about 10-mile-per-hour wind speeds, gusts around 15 miles per hour. Luckily, not dry, cool air. It's southerly air, but that will cause a fog risk into the overnight hours, so that's something to keep in mind. And over the next 10 hours, temperatures will go down to the mild conditions of the lower 60s, mostly cloudy skies. Like I said, fog is probably going to develop into the overnight hours like it has the last few days, so make sure you get on the roadways and be extra cautious.
All right, Hannah, thank you. Well, in our news headlines today, civil rights icon Reverend Jesse Jackson has died. The cause of his death was not revealed, but he was hospitalized in late 2025. Jackson had progressive palsy, a neurodegenerative order affecting balance, speech, and movement. Jackson started his activism work with the Congress of Racial Equality. He rose to prominence as a civil rights colleague of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in the 60s. He was with him at the time of his assassination on April 4th, 1968 in Memphis, Tennessee. Jackson founded the organizations that became Rainbow Push Coalition that advocated for civil rights and social justice. He ran in a bid for the presidency of the United States in 1984 as a Democrat, finishing third behind eventual nominee Walter Mondale. He ran again in another run for the presidency in 1988. He was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1999 for his role in negotiating the release of 3 U.S. soldiers being held.
He was one who was more responsible than anyone for teaching me activism. Jesse Jackson changed American politics. Jesse Jackson changed the civil rights movement. He was a transformative figure.
And many people are weighing in on his death today, including the president. Jackson was 84 years old. Well, the final parade of the Mardi Gras season is almost here. Coming up, we're going to take you to the final celebration as we close out this Mardi Gras season on your Fat Tuesday. That's a live look over downtown Mobile. Things are a little bit quieter than we saw earlier, but of course, one more parade to go. Stick around. We'll have more coverage after this.
When you drag out the ladder to clear out clogged gutters in cold weather, you'll wish you had Leaf Guard, the only patented one-piece seamless system with a clog-free guarantee.
You never have to call them because they never clog up, and so those are just the things that sold me on them. So I wouldn't have to be getting up on a ladder cleaning out the gutters.
Our customers say it best. Give up gutter cleaning forever with Leaf Guard. And it's a good thing you tuned in today. Take advantage of our President's Day event. Receive $99 installation on a complete Leaf Guard system. Ask about no interest and no payments for 18 months. Let us bring our factory on wheels right to your house, and in most cases, we can install Leaf Guard in less than a day. And if you call now, I have a nice gift for you. Dinner for 2. That's a $100 value with your free in-home estimate from Leaf Guard. Call now for the President's Day event, 1-800-869-9620. Now, let me give you that number again, 1-800-869-9620.
Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful. Hey, I'm Ren from HeartlandBuys.com. I've helped families along the Gulf Coast for the past 10 years. Our process is simple. There are no repairs and no commissions. Just a fair cash offer on your house and a closing date that you pick. Trust the team at HeartlandBuys.com. Call or click now for a free, no obligation cash offer today.
Heartland Buys, we put the heart in home buying.
If someone tells you they received $500,000 for their injury case after hiring a regular lawyer, ask yourself this: what would that same case have been worth in the hands of the right lawyer? Injured, there's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
The classic white t-shirt. It looks great with everything and never goes out of style. Just like my new Harmony collection at Rooms to Go. Designed to look great in every room, fit any space, with comfort like you've never felt before. It's style, versatility, and comfort, together in perfect harmony. Yours in 5 stunning colors, and all for an amazing price. Come see everything in my Cindy Crawford home collection, only at Rooms to Go.
That same bold Louisiana flavor y'all love about our chicken?
Get this in your life.
Yeah, we did that to crispy Alaskan flounder and butterfly shrimp too. Love that seafood from Popeyes.
Yes, we have got one more parade starting at 6 o'clock, the Order of Myths.
Let me give you a little bit more cord there.
Take my headset.
Well, because I didn't know if you were going to make it back in time. We've been up here a while.
Yes, we have been up here for a little bit, and we still have more Mardi Gras coverage. What did you do to your microphone?
Well, I was kind of moving it around, so there were a lot of things coming our way, so I didn't, I was trying to avoid moon pies and oatmeal cream pies and beads and that kind of thing, so I did a little bit of adjustment with it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right,
so
let's get to our Natalie Williamson now.
Let's check this out.
All right. So we are having a great time over here on St. Anthony Street. We are so excited to see the Order of Myths roll down the streets of downtown Mobile to finish off the Mardi Gras season. That is a very loud siren. I can't hear anything anymore. So everybody has already moved from Route A to Route C. A lot of people just gathering around. We've got police officers all around. A lot of people carrying signs. They are ready to catch these beads, moon pies, you name it, and take it home. I'm going to go ahead and get Hayden to pan a little bit to the right. You can see those horses over there. Wow, they are ready to go for sure. Now, here's a fun fact. Order of the Myths is the first and oldest continuous parading group that was founded in 1867. Now, Order of Myths actually always presents the final parade on Mardi Gras Day. And one thing I'm excited to see is the Folly Chasing Death around that broken column of life. And their theme this year is Grimm's Fairy Tales. They're going to have 14 floats. I'm super excited to see it. I know all of these people are. I actually was able to ride with Order of Athena this morning to kick off that Tuesday. So it's crazy to see the first parade and now the last parade. It's really something special about being in downtown Mobile and the place that really started it all. Just getting to see people come together as a community and celebrate and just have a wonderful time. We've got bands that are coming. Hayden, go ahead and zoom on in. That's the float I'm talking about. There's Folly right there chasing death around that column. And as Lenise and Jason were talking about, it's that metallic silver painted pig splatters. I mean, that is absolutely amazing. We've got the band right here just jamming out. We are so excited. And like Shelby was saying earlier, if you can't make it downtown, we are going to be streaming this last parade. So go ahead and finish the Mardi Gras season with us by tuning into our live stream on the Fox 10 Gulfstream app. We still got a little bit more to go with Mardi Gras, so finish it out with us with Fox 10. Live in Mobile, Natalie Williamson, Fox 10 News.
All right, Natalie, great job out there. And they're cow bladders.
Yes.
You're very specific about
Yeah,
that.
I mean, it just is what it is, What's the difference, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, we have enjoyed being part of your Mardi Gras celebration. It's been a real treat today.
It has. We've seen all kinds of fun stuff. People, having a disagreement over the ownership of a television set.
It was a small disagreement. It was settled, and
Right.
a person walked away, the proud owner of a television.
And the Mamga Parade, always a big hit with the crowds, and for us too. I mean, just what a great parade.
Yeah, I can see why. I mean, you had said earlier, what was your favorite moment that gave you awe? I got to change my answer. It was the cases of moon pies. Now it's the TV fight.
Okay. Well, there's always something to see here. And, of course, I had my punchkis out here. It's a Detroit tradition that I talk about. They're all gone. We gobbled those up. Jason, you enjoyed it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, apple filling.
Okay, and Cameron liked it too.
Yes.
Nicholas and Emily had some. And so for me, that is the period of Fox 10 News coverage.
And we're going to be back in the studio at 9 o'clock recapping everything Mardi Gras, plus looking ahead with the forecast.
Yes, and I will be wearing red at that time for Heart Awareness Month.
That's right, and a reminder that we will be streaming the OOM's parade on the Fox 10 Gulf stream, so if you can't make it out to that one, we've got you covered.
All right, thank you guys. We're going to send it back to you over there in the studio. Shelby, happy Mardi Gras.
Well, Shelby's over there laughing and saying, hey, for me, but current conditions right now across the area, 67 degrees over in Mobile Regional, 63 in Fairhope, and 60 over in Pensacola. A little bit cooler than what we saw. Probably going to need a light jacket to see that last parade and to end out our Fat Tuesday. Still a little breezy out there, contributing to that cooler feel. We have southerly winds around 10 to 15 miles per hour for our wind gusts. Evening planner temperatures are going to continue to go down into the lower 60s by 8 p.m. One thing I did want to note is our parade forecast looking great. Mostly cloudy skies, a little bit of a breeze out there for our last parade, the Order of Mist, located at Route C. And then for tonight, we're going to drop into the lower 60s, another mild night. We could see some fog into the overnight hours. So if you're an early morning commuter to get back into our regularly scheduled week, that's one thing you need to know. But we'll be right back with more on your Mardi Gras coverage.
To those who turned Mardi Gras into your grand arena, armed with a trusty hat and perfect timing, this is your moment to shine. In a sea of flying beads, you rise, catching glory one toss at a time. Another stuck, you dive, snagging every prize in sight. With hawk-like precision and childlike joy, you turn parades into a sport of champions. We salute you.
Hi, Ron Sherman here. I hold a world's record for producing the most TV commercials in the world. All of them home improvement. I've seen some good products and great ones. Leaf Guard's at the top of the list. I want you to see something. Now, a lot of folks will say, oh, we got a gutter cover that goes over the old gutter. Sometimes even the color doesn't match. And then the screens and the mesh. I want you to look closely at this. If we get a shot of this, you can see how everything starts to set on top of the mesh. And it starts to stick. The sap, the oil from the shingles, eventually gets completely coated. Now, they say nothing ever gets in your gutter. That's right, at some point, not even the water. Look at this example. You don't want that. You want Leaf Guard, the gutter that never clogs, guaranteed. It's our Leaf Guard's President's Day event. Receive $99 installation. Ask about no interest, no payments for 18 months. And we have a nice gift for you if you call right now. Call now for the President's Day event, 1-800-869-9620. Now, let me give you that number again, 1-800-869-9620.
I love football. I love competition. And I love winning. And where do we win? In the court of law. At Long & Long, we've helped thousands of people in Alabama and won tens of millions of dollars for our clients. A winning game plan starts with confidence. At Long & Long, we're so confident in what we do that if we take your case and we don't win, you don't owe us a dime. So if you've been hurt, go long and win big.
Call Long & Long, 251-445-6000.
There are many adults in Alabama who cannot take care of themselves. Some of them need foster homes. The Alabama Department of Human Resources has a critical need for caring men and women to provide safe and supportive homes for vulnerable adults. Make a difference in someone's life. Be an adult foster care provider because love never ages. For more information, visit dhr.alabama.gov/AFC. Sponsored by the Alabama Department of Human Resources, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
We did have to work today, but Hannah, if there's any day to work, it is Fat Tuesday. It's been a blast, even though we've been here at the studio.
Yes, we've been watching the parades from the comfort of our own desk, and I'm saying I would have a blast. I am a little sad that I couldn't have moon pies thrown at me, though.
I know. Hopefully we get some leftovers brought in tonight. But that is all for us here on Fox 2 News at 5. Don't forget to stream the parade. We are streaming it on the Gulfstream app, as well as fox10tv.com. This is the OOMs. We'll see you guys at 9 and 10.
Month.
The most powerful light-duty gas lineup in America, backed by America's best powertrain limited warranty, built to never stop. Hurry in for great deals during Ram Truck Month, the only one worth the talk. Nothing stops Ram.
During Ram Truck Month, get 0% financing for 60 months or $6,500 total cash allowance on select 2026 Ram 1500 models in dealers.
Now on L&L.
Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive.
Remembering an icon of the civil rights movement, the Reverend Jesse Jackson.
He always had a saying, I am somebody.
A look back at his life and impact on America. Plus, young survivors of the Appalachia High School shooting take the stand.
My teacher telling me to stay awake